So, hello everybody. If you can hear me, you could drop me a message. Just drop a chat in the chat box. Right. So we'll be kicking off. I'll just wait a little bit for probably more people to join us before we kick off. So we will be looking at the market as usual today. So I'll be waiting a little bit. Good evening, Mr. Alabi. I can see Mr. Alabi Olufemi. You can hear me. Thank you. Thank you for that feedback. Thank you very much for that feedback. That is very helpful. Very, very helpful. Okay. You know, this new technology, old people like us like this, we are trying to keep up. There's so many there's so many technology now that sometimes, you can't keep up. You can't just keep up. Too many. Every second they are releasing another update, and you're trying to keep up with them. But hey, but the same, we are learning. So today we'll be looking at the market like we normally do. Yeah, I've had a lot of people send me private messages, um, send me emails, and they are very encouraging. To sometimes I could be very busy with some other stuff, so I don't have time. Um, doing all this. But then, when I receive messages from people, it keeps you going, right? And if you look at the fact that right now, it's not like anybody's paying me to do this, right? Although I'm working on something that will make it more interesting, maybe before the end of the year into next year, where we can have a more close clean tech community where I'll be able to sieve out on see. I know I've been saying this for months, right? But very soon it's taking shape already. Where we have more people that I know they're actually trading because that's how you can know somebody is trading. People that put their money where their mouth is, right? So we'll just put a little suspicion on it. So because that's how you can know those are really committed to what we're doing. All right. So I would say that. So this weekend, let's look at DXY first. From what you can see, DXY has broken out from this range. You see that I already have it marked out. If you remember last month, we ranged all through on this support. That was and this support, if you remember the last videos that we had, that was in September. I was talking about that this place we are sitting on a structural liquidity. If you see my video on liquidity and structure and basic market structure, you should understand why I actually marked out this place. If I do this, you'll be able to see that we already have the main low, and we have our structural liquidity was formed. This main low was formed in July 2023. And we have structural liquidity formed in December 2023. So price actually came there to take out this support. All right. If you remember during liquidity, when we are having liquidity lectures and market structure, where I said, you always wonder why the price always turn from here. When you see that price actually, I marked this out for months before price even came here. I marked it out for months, and price came there and took out the structural liquidity. Remember when we said during market structure, we say price will do this. If you have a bullish scenario, price will do this. Form what we know that is a sweep, right? That will take out the previous low, and then you see a break of structure, right? The price will come back and print structural liquidity. So this place become our structural liquidity, and price will do this. Right? After printing structural liquidity, price will take out this, take out another, we have another break of structure, and price will now come and take out the structural liquidity. I'm going to be showing you different pairs that's printing this right now, and the ones that are printed what we have right now. So price will take out the structural liquidity and then do this. All right. So this is, if you look at this structure, this thing that I have here, this is what DXY actually did. The price came and take out the structural liquidity. We have a sweep of the previous low. There's already a sweep. This is a sweep of that previous low. Okay. So price printed structural liquidity, and the price came and take it out. So price took out that structural liquidity, and price started pushing to the upside. So we expect price to come and take out, according to market structure, to come and take out this guy in the next couple of weeks. All right, price is likely to take out this, because we already took out the structure. So the next point of call is that we'll take out this I at 107 that is for DXY. So, and because that is happening, because price is pushing to the upside for DXY, because we already established that fact. So now we can look at other pairs. Now, let's first of all look at other dollar-based pairs, like EURUSD, for example. You see that DXY is printing that structural liquidity to the upside. EURUSD, because it's a dollar-based currency, is actually doing the opposite, which is normal, which is what you expect it to do. And that's why you saw that price actually also to the upside took out the structural liquidity for Euro USD. See that already having marked it out, and price has been crashing since then. I mean, from year to year, we've done almost 500 pips. All right. So if you go to the weekly time frame, you see that we actually took out this this structural liquidity. Pardon me, we took out the structural liquidity and came down. I don't know who can remind me what I say structural liquidity is. If you can remind me, you can write it in the chat box. Maybe I'll send you some recharge cards. If you can remind me what I said structural liquidity is, you can drop it in the chat box. So you see that price for Euro USD actually took out this structural liquidity, and that's why we are coming down. All right. So having said that, we expect price. See that I already have it marked out. I already have it marked out. So we expect price to also push down to the downside as it's pushing, as the dollar is getting stronger. We expect price to keep pushing down to the downside to come and take out probably this low right about here. All right. We also have a structural liquidity here. Okay. It depends on the strength of the dollar, the way the dollar is moving. If we have a very strong a basis cut, the Federal Reserve, they are going to be doing interest rate reduction, in their next meeting, the FOMC meeting that we're going to be having in November 11. So we are likely to see rate cuts by then. So, but a lot of people, because of the dollar, because of the job report that we have this month, sorry, and for last month, that's for September, non-farm payroll, we had a lot of job that was added. So, I mean, that is a good thing for the US economy. And that's why you see that the dollar is also still very strong. So inflation, is the economy is doing very well, right? So that means because the economy is doing very well and inflation is, the Federal Reserve, the inflation is doing very well compared to what the Federal Reserve is expecting. That means they're expecting a lower inflation, report, which is what the goal is to get inflation to below 3%. That's their goal. So, and because what we are having is as they are expecting, right? So we don't expect them to actually cut interest rate too high. So a lot of people are expecting 0.25% interest rate cut. The last time they did 50% basis point. So however, if we now have the interest rate cut to be higher than what we are expecting, which is 0.25%. If we get 50% interest rate cut, that means we're going to be seeing a lot of crash. That means the dollar is going to get very strong. Sorry, that means the dollar is going to be very weak. Pardon me. That means we might see price for the dollar-based pair come here, take out the structural liquidity and continue to the upside. All right, which is what I am actually expecting, because if you look at overall the Euro USD in the medium term, if you go to the weekly time frame, in the medium term, is still very bullish. If you look at the dollar-based pair, they are still very bullish. This is what we have. Price has come all the way here. You see that price will print swing structure within the structure, and then afterwards, what you have is that price will keep printing. Price has been printing. I mean, since 2022, price has been printing higher low, right? Price has been printing higher low. Even when we came below this low, we still went all the way up. All right. So we might have price probably take out this low and then do this. All right. So if we have interest rates cut in November, according to the Federal Reserve, they're going to have another interest rate cut in December. So we'll be having, and they say through our next year, or possibly be through our next year into 2026. So we might actually, on the long term, we might actually be looking at a weak dollar. So that being said, we might be seeing price pushing to the upside. But based on liquidity, actually, price should normally come and take out this low eventually. Price will take out this low and probably continue to the upside. All right. So having said that, okay, I have the last low. No. You didn't use the right word. That's bash. It's actually the last low for 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 a bullish scenario. The last low before the main low, not before liquidity. Oh, it's the last low. Structural liquidity is the last low before the main low, and or you can say the last high before the main high. For example, in this case, this is our last high before this main high. I saw that price actually came. Price will take it out and to crash. You see that price actually came there and took out this high and they crashed, right? So so maybe I'll send you 500 naira worth of I'm supposed to send you 1,000, 2,000, but at least you tried. So after this meeting, Edobash, you can drop your number in the chat box, your phone number. So I'll credit you. So I haven't said that. So let's look at pounds USD. The same thing. You see that the same thing is printed. So this low that we are sitting on, we are likely to see that price takes it out this week. You know, price, because I expect DXY to continue this run. This DXY uptrend is, it's probable that we are going to have this run. Price is likely to take out this high. I expect price to take out this high and do this and continue to the upside. All right. So for DXY, so I haven't said that. That means for pounds USD, the probability of price taking out this low is higher. The probability of price taking out this low is very high. So I expect price to take out this high. All right. So we are likely to see price do this, push to the backside. We are likely to see price do this and then continue to the downside. All right. So that's for pounds USD. All right. So let's check USD CHF. If you look at USD CHF, I know a lot of us, you remember last month that we're having this zigzag at this low. Eventually price took it out. So you can see that it's also sitting on the structural liquidity before price eventually turned for USD CHF. You can see that if you understand liquidity, you will, and don't forget I said, the way I look at liquidity, I don't look at it from the lower time frame because it's not always reliable on the lower time frame. Like I said, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube, and I've seen a lot of courses. What I've found out, and I've tested, I've done a lot of back testing. What I've found out with liquidity is that it's not always reliable on the lower time frame. So that's why I've stick to daily time frame and weekly time frame. You can see that it works like magic. Price will come in and then turn. I don't know, because this is where the money is. Price will always come to the structural liquidity and then do a very strong turn. There's a pair that is struggling with structural liquidity, just like this, and I'm already taking a position. I'm seeing that position. I've been in that trade since 2 weeks now, Euro GBP, and I'm still holding it. You can see that price is sitting on structural liquidity as well. If I go to the weekly time frame, although because this is not the last low before the main low. If you look at, I already marked it out actually. So this is the last low before the main low. So what I've done is that in these positions that I've been holding for the past 2 weeks, I've been doing a lot of buy around there. My positions are not heavy. Maybe just about 1% of my account. I'm just holding it. Hoping that if price take out this low, I'll still hold it up to this point before I'll start adding more positions. Because this is actually the last low before the main low. You see that I already have marked it out. So I actually expect price to do this and then move to the upside. And this position that I'm holding is actually a swing trade. I've been holding this position since 2 weeks now, thereabout. Although I've been taking some profits, but there are some of the positions I'm just holding. When price comes in and I enter and it goes up, I'll take some profit. Next day, I'll be doing more of teaching us how to hold positions of swing trades, because for me it's more reliable, and especially if you're a busy person, you don't want to be chasing peeps up and down. It's not 1 hour. I'm not saying people are making money on that, right? They doing day trading. But if you're a busy person, probably you are working, you have businesses that you are running. It's stressful trying to day trade. It's very stressful. That's the truth. As compared to when you understand market structures and liquidity, and then you can hold positions. Now let's go back to, let me show you why I said so. Let's go back to pounds USD. I want to in fact mostly all the pairs. If you look at what pounds USD did, I, I mean for the past, since April 2020, since April this year, right? And now we are in October. That's since 5 months. Price just keep pushing from here to the ups to the from here to this point. So if you look at what price have done, our long positions, if you look at what price have done from that positions to about this place, let me expand this. You will notice that from here, just buying pounds USD and just holding and not doing anything, just buying, just taking a buy and then going to bed from this spot to this spot. That is about, from here to here is about 1,000 pips in 5 months. So I'm actually working towards, although I've been playing around with trading like this for some time. Although even before now, I used to hold position. I can hold my position for a week, 2 weeks, and I'm out. But then I'm doing a lot of back testing now, working towards holding positions for 6 months, 7 months. I enter a trade, look for opportunity to add to that positions. As price is going up, I'm adding to that positions. And riding that position to the upside. All right. So that is the way I'm working towards now. My mindset, I'm shifting my mindset now to be able to take a trade and just leave it to run. Instead of you are trying to buy and sell within a buy swing structure. Because if you look at this swing structure from year to year, is a swing structure. Is a pure buy. It's a pure buy. I'm not saying that we are not having reversals. As you can see, we have. This about 200 piece push down. All right. So that is the way I'm changing my mindset now to trade, because it makes your life easy. You can do some other things. You can take a trade. You can go to bed. You know. So that is the way. If you also look at, let's look at EURUSD as well. You see the same thing. EURUSD also, from that April period to October or September, also about 1,000 pips. Same thing with every other pair. Look at USD CHF. USD CHF started crashing, after it took out this structural liquidity. Look at the structural liquidity that it took out. This was in April as well, and crashed all the way to September. Now we are going back up. This is a better way for me, probably because I'm doing other businesses. Trading is not only my business. I also have a community like this that I'm teaching and all that. So I want to give myself a whole lot more peace of mind. All right. So I haven't looked at currencies. Let's look at gold. Then that reminds me, very soon, I think next month in November, we'll be adding our signal group on the Telegram. If you have not joined, please make sure you join. So we'll start charging. I think I might just put the price at probably $15 per month or $10 per month, so that everybody can participate. And then we'll have maybe 1 year subscription. If you pay for 1 year, you get more. That means you will get more. You can pay less instead of paying, for example, if it's $10 per month, instead of paying $120, probably you'll be paying like $100 for the whole month, for the whole year. Pardon me. All right. So if you look at gold, so if you have been taking part in our signals that we've been dropping in the group, just let me know. You can drop a message in the chat box. Somebody, I'm seeing all of you. You are now dropping. I said before I said what it is, I said remind me. It's only Etobash that tried. Before I even said anything. It's after I've said it that you people are not dropping the answer. No, so that is Ojoro. Maybe people are working with INEC. You want to scam me like INEC scam Nigerians. So let's go. Let's look at gold. Gold has been bullish. If you remember for the past couple of weeks, I've been saying you're looking for selling gold, though. Just look for gold to pull back. If gold is selling, if you can stay out of it, it's better. You can see that that's what it has been doing for since it broke out from this range. It will sell low and then boom, take out the high. Sell low, take out the high. Sell low, take out the high. You see that sell low, take out the high. It's always taking out the previous high. So the same thing is printing here now. Eh? So it's about to take out that high. So I've mentioned over and over this why gold is behaving like this. Number one, the volatile situation in the world now. War everywhere. Israel, Palestine, and Hezbollah, Lebanon war. Investors are panicking. Everybody's saying it seems there's going to be third war. And trust me, one of the things that happen anytime there's a major war going on, one of the things that always happen around the world is you have government, especially the US dollar, the US government, they go on a printing spree. They begin to print money like anything because at that point, they want to buy weapons, right? So they need money to do that. So you see that the US government begin to print a lot of money. So if you look at the previous wars, anytime there's a major war that happen, you always have that it comes alongside inflation because the government will have to print money to buy weapons. And that's why you see that investors all over the world, when there's a rumor of war and war going on, what they do is that they begin to pull out their cash and begin to invest, put the money in strong asset like gold. All right, and that's why you see that for the past couple of months, this is we broke out from this range. We were actually in this range for since March 2023. We were in this range till October 2023, and then we finally broke out November 2023, and ever since price has been pumping because this rumor of war, Russia and Ukraine now was the one that is going on now, Israel, and there are more rumors of war that are going on. So a lot of people are scared. So that's why gold for the next couple of months, you will do well. If you are taking sell, yeah, trust me, you are taking a very big risk. All right. If you are going to even take sell, make sure your stop loss is tight. Or when you take your sell, make sure you are watching it. And then you are actually locking your profits in because it's better to buy gold now than to sell because of that. Another reason why gold is pumping is because of easy money. Easy money will soon be out. The Federal Reserve, they've started dropping interest rates. That's number one. By next year, they'll start printing money also. And because the manufacturing sector in the US will start now borrowing money, the real estate sector as well. At that point, a lot of people want to buy houses. Okay, and because a lot of people want to buy houses, that actually because of the low interest rate, a lot of people will be interested to buy houses, right? That's cheap money. They call it cheap money. That means a lot of people want to because you are paying lower interest rates, so it's cheap to borrow money. Okay, and because of that, the Federal Reserve will be printing more money so that they can make more money available to people. And that's why I say that the dollar, very soon, I expect it to still keep, pushing it downside. And that's why gold has been pushing forward. Also, the same thing goes with Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin has been also been pumping for the past couple of weeks or months, and I expect this pump to continue. All right, and that's why also for Bitcoin, I've been saying that if you see a pullback, any pullback you see in Bitcoin is also an opportunity to buy. And that's why price has been pushing also. All these things for all these speculative assets, they are nothing more than fundamentals. All right. They are nothing more than fundamental. That's why I say that gold doesn't seem to obey technical analysis right now. It's just gold just keep printing new high. And also probably by the end of this month into next month, I expect price to keep pushing forward for Bitcoin to break out this high. And there are also speculations for Bitcoin and crypto that if Donald Trump win the US election, that's another reason why crypto is pumping. The US election is a very strong and a major catalyst why price is pushing forward for crypto as well. So if Donald Trump wins, price is likely to keep pushing to the upside for Bitcoin as well. All right. So having said that, I don't know if you guys want me to talk about any pair. Let's quickly look at, if you want me to talk about any pair, please drop a message in the chat box. All right. So let's look at JPY, the JPY index as well. If you look at the weekly time frame, we are, nose diving already on the weekly time, you guys can see. So last week, we took out this low. This low has been holding for some time. This particular low has been holding for some time. So price is pushing to the downside. So I expect price to keep pushing to the downside for this. We have a mini low that is formed here. I don't expect this low to hold. For JPY, I don't expect this low to hold as well. Price is likely to take out this low. The probability of price taking out this low is high because you already take out this what do they call it? This trend line, counter trend line that coincide with this low. So I expect price to keep pushing to the downside. Because of that, you expect pairs like GJ. Where's GJ? Okay, you expect price like GJ, as you can see, to keep pushing to the upside. We already took out this high that price was battling for some days, but I expect price to keep pushing for GJ. So on the weekly time frame, you can see that price has taken out this high. So I expect a retest of this high, and then we continue to the upside. That's for pounds JPY. All right. Somebody saying EURUSD. I mentioned EURUSD as well. I think I've done maybe I'll drop the video on the group so that you guys can watch it. I've done EURUSD. EURUSD is down. Because the dollar is getting stronger and stronger, EURUSD should keep pushing to the downside. All right. So okay, what about the coming US election? The effect on gold. Well, yeah, I've already mentioned that the effect on gold is that the US election, anytime the US election is coming like this, most times whenever there is an election, a major election coming, most times the US government, those in power, like now the Democrats, what they normally do is that they like to pump in money into the market, for example, the stock market, and also do some abracadabra with the economy to make it look like it's good. Like they used to do in Nigeria. Politicians, I was telling somebody during the week, politicians are the same everywhere. They're the same. Whether it's Nigeria, as long as you are practicing democracy, except in countries where there are no where there's no 4 year cycle of leadership. But majorly for any country where you have 4 year cycle of leadership, politicians are the same. And so whenever this election is coming now, what they always do, they always pump up the stock market. For example, if you look at Nasdaq 100 now, if you look at it, let's look at US 100 index. You see that price has been pumping like anything. Price has been pumping like, since there's this election. Price has just it's been creating new low, new high. Price has been pumping. All right. So they tend to pump the market. And of course, like now they are reducing interest rates. Because they are reducing interest rates, That means there's more money in circulation, and because of that, people have more money to play around with speculative assets. And that's why it's also affecting gold. You can see that gold is pushing the upside. Gold has never done $2,700 before. This is the first time. So that's the way it affects it. So, Mr. James, you said the signal for EURUSD last week ended in the negative. Well, what we have done, what I've done is that I've selected some couple of guys to handle part of the signals. I also drop signals once in a while when I'm chance. Because the way I trade now is different. So I'm trying to find a balance. I'm actually trying to find a balance to explain how I trade. For example, for my Euro GBP, let me tell you, if you remember, I dropped a buy signal for Euro GBP last week Monday, and I put stop loss for the community. That positions, that Euro GBP that is stop loss on the group, I'm still holding that position. And it's been almost 2 weeks. And I've taken some profits. I think I called that buy around there. Our price, my stop loss was around there. And price took out that stop loss. For the community, you have to add a reasonable stop loss, because I don't know how much people are trading with. But that position, me, I'm still holding it. And when price came here, I added more buys, and I've taken profit. I've even made more money than the loss. And I'm still holding some of those positions. But in the community, if you don't, I'm trying to look for the right word. If I don't tell you, I don't know, number one, I don't know how much you're trading with. That's the downside to signals. I'm trying to find the balance in the next couple of weeks. I'm very sure I will be able to find that balance. A lot of people, price has hit their stop loss and they're out. But I'm still, but this move that you have seen here, that is bouncing around there, I've made a lot of money from this move, because I know that price will bounce around this support. So I'm holding it, and I'm expecting price to push forward to the upside in the next couple of weeks. And so the way I trade now, I hold my position. I'm not in a hurry. Price do what he wants to do. I'm looking at it. For example, my Bitcoin positions, I've been holding it for more than 2 years. I've been doing this. I think I've been talking about this for so long. I've been doing this year into Bitcoin for more than 2 years. I've been buying Bitcoin when Bitcoin came to around 19,000, 18,000, and I'm still holding those positions. And so, how do you explain that? If I drop that kind of signal in the group, can you hold the position for 2 years? So that is where I'm trying to find a balance. Maybe I'll start a class. I'm going to start a paid class on swing trading. God help me. I don't know, too many things to do. Probably before the end of the year, or probably by January, I'll start a class on how to hold positions. Then I'll be telling you, when I take a trade, how long is this trade going to last, so that everybody in the group, I'll create another group, but it's going to be a paid group. Everybody in the group, when I'm taking the positions, we'll all enter the positions together and we'll be looking at it. If I say, okay, we are holding this position for 2 months, let me tell you what it does for your psyche. It helps you to know that this market there's nothing to be afraid of. Warren Buffett said something, one of his books. I remember, maybe when I remember the name, I'll drop it in the group. You guys need to buy that book that I read recently. I've read it, like, I think, the past 2 years. He said something on people, the way we trade all these markets, financial market. That some of us, imagine when you buy a land, and let's say you buy a land at 1 million naira, and you want to hold it, and the price goes down to 800,000. The guy said, how many of you will now panic and go and sell the land? He said a lot of people don't do that. They just say, okay, Oshima loss, okay, it will go up, they will leave it. And people will buy land and hold it for 2 years, for 10 years, 20 years, right? But when it comes to financial markets, we will not be able to hold a position for a day. And you know why? Do you know why that is? Number one is because we don't trust the process. And then number two, what we have seen online on the internet so far is that we've seen that price day trading is more popular. People just enter a trade and they jump out. And they stand in front of their car. They stand in front of a big house. And so that has been ingrained in our mindset and in our brain. So a lot of people just want to enter position and come out. Like I just showed you now. Look at these positions. Look at what Euro GBP. This is since August 2024. Price has been crashing. If you take a sell and just go to bed, you'll be good. This should be almost 500 pips. If you check pounds USD, like I explained earlier, for those that came late, you see, since April this year, price has been pushing forward all the way. Even with all these zigzag, you see, come here all the way since April, almost 1,000 pips. That's 1,000 pips. I showed you now. I calculated it that time. 1,000 pips. If this is the only position you took in let's say one lot size in April and you hold it, that's $10,000 in 5 months. That is a good deal now, Abby. So I'm going to start a group where we will just buy positions and then we hold it. Somebody mentioned USD card. Let me check USD. USD card is also printing something like this. I'll show you. Let me show you. USD card. And I'm watching it closely. See what USD card is printing. Also, if you go to the weekly time frame, it's printing the same thing that we have. You can see that I have my structural liquidity printed for USD card. I have it, and price actually took out the structural liquidity and turned. And price has been pushing forward. Price has been pushing forward since then. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks now. We've been pushing. So now we are about to take out the structural liquidity for USD card. I want all of us to work together on this guy for the next couple of weeks. So this is price. This is what I'm expecting price to do, to take out this structural liquidity for this guy. The last eye before the main eye. I expect price to take it out. I expect price to do this, take out this guy, and then boom. So I'm watching it. I'm watching this pair now. All right, I'm watching it closely to see how price will react around this area, and then probably take a sell and hold it for probably 2-3 months. It's a very tight. It's a strategy that requires a lot of patience. So it requires UJ. Look at what UJ did last month. If you're in the group, you remember we've been calling buy UJ around there, and for the whole of the month, the pair was just ranging. Because from here I'm on the daily time frame now. This is from here to here, the whole of September. This is what UJ did, and then the next thing by October, boom, price broke out from this region. I said I already have marked it out on the structural liquidity. So it's a strategy that requires a lot of patience. So I'm holding Euro GBP now. Let me show you. Let me see if I can. Give me 1 minute, though, guys. If you guys can see I want to show you my my 84. That Euro GBP I said I am holding. Let me go there. All right. Okay, look at my Euro GBP. I'll be holding in this position. This is one of my account. This is the account I normally show the public. So I've been doing buyers. I've been doing a lot of buy around this area. If you look at, I'm on the daily time frame. This position on Friday, I came out of a lot of positions. I took a lot of buy around there. I'm out. So when market open now, I'll be watching it. If it comes here again, I'll buy because it's sitting on structural liquidity. And for the last 30 days, almost 30 days now, 27 days, we've been playing around this area. We've been playing around this area. right? We've been playing around this zone, this area. So price has been building very strong support around this area. And this pair is one of the is one of the most stubborn pair that I've seen. That pair. If you come here, you see that price has been playing around this area. So for 1 month, I've just been playing, I've just been taking my time, entering by waiting. If you don't have that patience, you cannot trade this strategy. But trust me, is the best way to trade. It gives you a lot of peace of mind. You can go about your day, nothing will happen. But you have to understand how price play around structural liquidity before you can do that. All right. So lastly, let's check USD AUD card. Somebody dropped AUD card. So somebody also is talking about, okay, CHF JPY is bullish. I mean, all the JPY pairs right now are bullish, actually. CHF JPY. It's bullish. It's been, I mean, you want to help yourself, you want to be looking for buying opportunity, you wait for pullbacks. See that price last week, price took out this high. I don't trade this pair actually, but if this pair is one of the laziest, is one of the easiest pair to trade. This CHF JPY is one of the, see, it's been buying since, this pair has been buying since 2020. This pair is one of the easiest pairs to trade. You just want to wait for it to pull back very well and then you buy. Pull back, buy, pull back, buy. Because to be sincere, the Swiss franc is one of the most, if not one of the, I mean, before you count five currency in the world, you must count the Swiss franc. Very strong pair, very strong currency. Their currency is very strong, very, very strong, because their economy is one of the strongest in the world. So that's why you see that it's been slaughtering the JPY pair at the Japanese yen for years. If I scroll down, I mean, look at that, since this 2012, price has been, I mean, it's just up. It's just like you are trading naira against dollar. Imagine you are trading naira against dollar, you are trying to look for sell, and you saw what Emilio Con did. He came in, remove, floated the naira, and ever since. So imagine you are trading dollar against naira, and you already sold. You sold naira when Buhari was about to leave office, for example. And Emilio Con came and said, I'm ready to finish everybody. And he removed the subsidy. And then the next thing he did was he also floated the naira. So this is what you will have. Price will just do like this. Price will do like this and boom. I wish I can get a chart of naira against the dollar. It's going to look like this, if not worse, because it's been bullish for years, right? Dollar has been bullish against the naira for years. All right, so that's CHF JPY. Then let's look at AUD card. There's also another pair we quickly look. I think DPP card also. This pair, I don't trade it though. I think I just so I don't know the price action history. Pairs I don't trade, like I don't follow. I don't really follow it. That okay? I think it's bearish. It's bearish. So you do well to look for selling opportunity. Wait for it to pull back and then you sell. I mean, it's been pulling back. Then lastly, let's check GBP card. GBP card also is playing around structural liquidity. The GBP card is playing around structural liquidity. Where is it? Okay, we are there. We are here. You see that I already marked it out. So I already marked it out. So price already took out the structural liquidity. All right. So price is likely to come and test this area and then crash. So for GBP card, I'll be looking for selling opportunities as well. I see that price has been pushing, and then it got here and it's pulling back. I'm on the weekly time frame right now. All right. So so that will be for today. All right. So during the week, I might be dropping information on how we might be creating a signal group where it will be focusing on the signals like intraday trading, like we used to. People that have been dropping signal, they will also be doing that in the group. Also, then I'll be having a group where all we'll be doing on that group is will be swing trading, where you take a position on a trade and you allow it to run. You're not in a hurry to jump out. You allow it to run. You hold it. You allow that trade to run. You are not doing the trading. You enter a trade, although you might be taking profits along the line. Not that you take profit along the line. For example, you enter a 3-lot size trade, and then maybe after it has done 200 pips, you can take 1.5 lot and lock the remaining and allow that one to run. Maybe for months, for the next couple of months. At the end of the day, though you'll be paying swap fees, there'll be swap fees. At the end of the day, your profit will actually be more than the swap fees you are paying, depending on the pair. Depending on the pair. So that will be for this guy that I send this thing. Make sure you drop your phone number, send it to me on my DM, or you can drop it here so that I can copy it. So thank you, everybody. Then lastly, if you have not joined my, if you have not joined if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And also subscribe and like, all right? So have a beautiful trading week. And then the market opens in the next couple of minutes. So I'll be seeing you people, everyone during the week. Good night. Good night, Mr. James. Good night, everybody.